And my next guest is expecting all three bills to ultimately pass, but says this infighting between special interest groups creating some headwinds. Caitlin Long is founder and CEO of Custodia. Caitlin, it's kind of like now I'm getting echoes of the budget bill. You know, is this just all the sausage making and it's just bumps in the road and then we bring everybody together and then we get this thing passed? Or do you see hurdles to some of these bills actually going into effect here?
It's definitely an ugly sausage-making process. The first procedural vote failed in the Senate as well, so the House just echoed that on the stablecoin bill. But you've got some pretty powerful interests here. The banks up against the crypto industry, and so far the crypto industry has been winning.
When you say they're winning, is that because this all feels rather inevitable to you?
Well, yes, and let's face it, what's really going on? What problem is the government trying to solve? The U.S. has enormous fiscal deficits and needs to have demand for purchasers of U.S. treasuries, and the crypto market would never have gotten permission. Some of us tried, but what folks who went around the regulators and created entire new markets of buyers for U.S. treasuries, that's what Congress and the Trump administration are trying to enable here.
Okay. For you, what's the most important? I mean, is business in the meantime, how do you prepare? Do you kind of go, okay, let's take this as a given, kind of set the system up for that, start thinking long term about the consequences for traditional banks and all the rest of it?
Yes, well, at Custodia, we applied for the patent on bank-issued stablecoins in 2020. It was granted in 2022, and I'm watching with great interest as big bank CEOs say they're coming for our market because we're already starting to gear up for the patent infringers. But it is a fascinating clash between non-banks and banks here. The stablecoin bill applies to non-banks, but the real question is, will the Fed let banks start to tokenize traditional bank deposits as well? And then which direction will the market go? Banks originate most payments in the United States. In fact, JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, as we talked about a couple of weeks ago when I was on your show, originate more than half of the ACH volume. My view is that most of those ACH payments will be disintermediated by this technology, whether originated directly by the banks or by non-banks.